Stop dating broke men. And I know that you don't want to judge and you don't want to look down on nobody. We're not here to bash and shame and all of that stuff, especially for those who are Christian and you believe that do not judge lest ye be judged. But you got to pay attention to the other verses that talk about how you should also guard your heart. And if you're going to guard your heart, you got to be careful about who you let in your heart and the condition that they're in. If that man is broke, he does not need to be dating. Not saying he's a bad person. Not saying he's unworthy of love. I'm not saying any of that. And the reason why I got to address that is because I know a lot of y'all think that and you're like, you know what? I don't want to be that person that's casting stones at somebody else. I don't want to be that person that's rejecting somebody or looking down on them and thinking less than them. So you got this big old heart for people. But a part of having a big heart is having a big responsibility to take care of it and protect it from people who are simply not in the condition to properly care for it. Now, I had this conversation last night with one of my private mentees in the Self-Crown VIP group. She kept running into guys who, even in a relationship, would only want her for her money. They'll need a place to stay. They'll need a car to drive. They'll need a couple of dollars here and there. And the moment she cut them off from that, all of a sudden their true feelings came out that they really didn't care about her at all. And she asked me, how can she stop this? And I noticed two common denominators. One, her big heart, not wanting to judge nobody, wanting to be a ride or die, understanding that everybody ain't going to be rich. And then the other part was that these dudes were broke. And broke is a red flag in the early dating stages. It is. Now, in a relationship, anything could happen. Ups and downs, financial hardship. I'm not saying throw a man away that you done built a solid foundation with because right now he ain't got his money right. I'm not saying that you shouldn't date a guy just because he ain't driving in a Rolls Royce. If he only making X amount of dollars and it's just enough to pay his bills, it's just enough to keep his lights on, but hey, all power to you. But if you dating a guy who is broke, needs you for money, getting his car repoed, whatever, borrowing money here, left, right, and the other. Can't do this. Look, man, that man at absolute best has bad priorities and he's setting y'all up in a relationship to fail. He's setting y'all up to fail. And I know the saying, hey, women, y'all okay with dating a man who's broke as long as he ain't comfortable being broke. I say this, if that man is dating while he's broke, he's already comfortable being broke. And you the next one to be broken. But before we go further in this conversation, because this is one I feel like a lot of y'all need to hear. Put your city and put your state down here in the comments if you can see me. Like if you can see me clearly, you can hear me. Put your city right here for a couple of seconds. I want to make sure we're good and got the green light before we go forward. Or give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart emoji or something in the comments. If you can hear and you can see me clearly, put your city, put your state, or give me a thumbs up, a heart. All right, I see them coming in. So back to what I was saying. I understand that the messages nowadays are a lot more empathetic and acknowledging of men who need love, even if they don't fit the status quo and in the perfect mold of a man. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But you know what I'm also for? A man having proper priorities. People building solid foundations in a relationship before they go forward. Because it's hard to put a premium on yourself and say, I deserve the absolute most when you're not willing to put a premium on a relationship that you have with a man. That's going to be the most impactful person in your life at some point if y'all get serious. So if you got a man who's coming to you while he's broke and he out here just slinging poverty penis or he's looking to, again, at absolute best, he has bad priorities. This is especially troubling for any of you ladies that like a man who's a leader. Where he going to lead you if he ain't got no priorities on where he's going? Where he going to lead you if he all over the place? What is he going to do? How can he lead you with no structure to his own life about what comes first? His own survival don't come first. His mission ain't coming first. He's comfortable going on picnic dates and all that kind of stuff. No. When a man is broke, he's not going to be able to take every phone call if he's not comfortable being broke. He can't take every phone call, go out on every date. First off, the date's going to have to be kept in a very strict budget or you going to be the one paying. Put I down in the chat if you've ever dealt with a guy that expected you to pay. How did that make you feel on the first or second date or something like that? You're going to be the one financing everything, or he's going to be inconsistent in showing up because that's going to conflict with something else that's really important, as opposed to just continuing to get to know a new girl. Like, he need to be getting to know some new money in his account so he can at least be stable. Again, I'm not talking about guys who don't make six figures. Like any dude that's at least taking care of himself at the quality of life that he's established. Hey man, I'm not talking about him. But these guys out here who need to hold $50, $100 and you just met him within the last month. These dudes out here who need a place to stay, in the first couple of months. These dudes out here that need you to co-sign something. These dudes that are looking for you to pay for the first date, not because they believe in Dutch, because they literally do not have it. That's a problem. More than likely, look, in the situation with the mentee, he's probably looking for help, not looking for love to begin with. He's looking for a woman to enable where he's at right now. Straight up. He's looking for a woman that can make him comfortable where he's at right now. Unfortunately, we in a day and age where there's a new wave of brothers who don't have the same principles of those of old. The gentlemen of old. It used to be a flex to be like, nah, I spoil my girl. You know what I'm saying? I take care of her. I got her this. I keep her dripped. I do that. I woo woo. Man, these dudes these days will flex on how a girl is taking care of them, straight up. But let's look at it a little deeper. When a man is not where he needs to be financially, and he's dating, I'm talking about in the beginning now, more than likely, he's looking for an escape from the stress of him not having any money. And this is what I really want to get into. Because when a man does not have money, and first off, just the way that most of us were raised, maybe in 40 years it won't be the same, but men who are at least 25 years or older understand that we're called to protect and provide. It's nice if you can fight and all that kind of stuff, but we definitely need to have some level of provision. No, it's not just financial. It goes further than that, but financial included. So if that man money ain't right and he's out here dating, he may be looking for romantic engagement as a way to escape, which is kind of similar to the whole priorities thing, or looking for help. Looking for help, not love. He's looking for emotional and mental help. He's looking for a way to feel good. He's trying to soothe and trying to comfort. He's basically subject to whatever feels good instead of being subject to the mission at hand. And the thing that kills me is that a lot of y'all as women, y'all carry all this guilt and shame if you have the standard financially around the type of man you want to date, because you don't want to get taken advantage of. But men are very clear about how we don't want to date a broken woman. Now you think about that, because I don't think there's a problem with that. I think if you are in the process of healing, like you've gotten to a certain level of functionality as a woman in a relationship, you're in the process of healing, you understand your baggage, you understand what kind of boundaries need to be there to safely guide a man into your continued healing journey, you're good to go. But for women who are fresh out of a toxic, abusive relationship, no, I don't believe those women should be dating either. And men are very clear, they don't want to deal with no broken woman. Put I down in the chat if you've ever heard a guy say something like, I don't want to pay for the last man's mistakes, or come healed, or don't come at all. Put I down in the chat if you've ever heard a man state that as a standard, that his woman does not come in broken from her last or previous relationships and baggage and stuff like that. Some guys will literally run the other way if they even sense that a woman has been through hard times, if she's been through a lot, no matter if she's healed or not. Why is that? Because it comes with a lot of stress. It's draining. It's exhausting. We only got one life to live. You don't want to spend it trying to fix somebody. No, nobody should be trying to fix anybody, right? Okay, cool. Well, what does financial poverty bring in a relationship? Again, we're not talking about during the relationship. We're talking about out the gate. What does it bring for that woman? Ladies who's ever dated a man that was broke. I'm talking about poor. Again, we talking about repossessions. We talking about scraping out the little change jar in the first couple of weeks just to pay for gas to get, what that brings stress. It brings exhaustion. It brings this constant feeling of guilt and shame for you wanting him to meet your emotional needs and him not having the capacity to. So it's not a matter of you being mean, judgmental, or gold digger. You're going to get called all kind of names as you raise your standards, by the way. That's a whole nother conversation. Y'all going to get shamed all over the place as you raise your standards. You're going to get called all kind of things. Ignore that. Because ain't nobody going to be there. Those same people that call you names ain't going to be there to help you whenever you done lost all your money trying to support this man and his bad habits that were there before you ever met him. Nobody's going to be there whenever your credit is now shot because you were co-signing some stuff for this brother, because you wanted to be a good woman to ride or die, not like the other women who are gold diggers. No, man. We're going to cut that out right now. It's okay to have a financial standard for the men that you date. Now, I'm not saying 6 figures and up, 50,000 and up or anything like that. Long as that man, one, is first able to sustain himself and understands that he shouldn't be sitting there leeching off of or trying to use you or anything like that. He has a mission. He has a plan. He's not comfortable being broke. Hey, you got all the power in the world to go do what you do. But here's the funny thing. The only men who are going to get mad at what I'm saying right now are the men that you need to stay away from, because evolved men get it. Evolved men don't even want to date whenever their money ain't at least okay. Some evolved men don't want to date unless they're very well prepared for the woman to come in their life, because they want to make sure that they properly prepare their kingdom before they invite a queen in. Evolved men get it. I don't even have to talk about the evolved men. Evolved men have such a high standard. It may be higher than the standard you have for the man whenever he comes into your life. Oh, you need this, that, and the other from a man. An evolved man is probably going to have an even higher standard because of how much he understands that whenever a woman is loved properly, whenever she feels safe and secure, whenever she's prioritized, protected, and provided for, she becomes 10 times the woman that she was before. She's able to give more to the relationship. Her femininity is able to flourish freely while igniting his masculinity in return. Now, some of y'all believe that an evolved man is so hard to find. I don't believe that at all. I see evolved men all the time. I think more than evolved men are hard to find, they're missed out on by the women who don't know how to attract them into their lives. Meanwhile, other women are getting it. And then thousands of women who watch my masterclass on this topic about how to make an evolved man crave you are getting it. If you have not gotten access to that masterclass where I broke down the keys on how to attract evolved men into your life much quicker than you are going to just by looking cute and going out sometimes, click the link that's pinned down in that comment. Click the link that gets you access to the free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. Or you can back out. The link is in the caption as well. Get access to that free masterclass before it comes down. It breaks it down how to identify an evolved man and how to position yourself and then attract an evolved man into your life. But back to what I was saying. No, like whoever want to talk bad about you, let them talk bad to their mama. Let them talk bad to the credit union or something like that. Stop dating broke men. Stop dating dudes who just trying to sling around poverty penis, who have absolutely no standard for the woman they're going to have in their life and the situation that they create for her. If he isn't prepared in one area, more than likely, he's not prepared in any area. But those are just my thoughts. If y'all got anything from this stream, if y'all resonated with anything that I just said, share the stream right now to somebody else in your timeline because I guarantee you somebody else needs to hear it. And do not forget to get access, y'all. Last chance. Don't forget to get access to the free masterclass, Secrets to Making an Evolved Man Crave You. That's my gift to you. You ain't got to pay nothing for it. About an hour long of dropping gems on this topic on how to identify and attract a truly evolved man. I'm talking about mentally, truly evolved man. Click the link pinned right here down in the comments. I'll